What's going on, Amy?
Hi. I
Yeah.
should be. It look like it want to rain out there. I had to let my windows up.
Is it really?
Yeah, it
It's
looks dark over here.
sunny over here in Gwinnett. No
Really?
it's rain, but I know that bad weather is coming.
Yeah.
Hi, ladies.
Hey.
How y'all?
Good. How are y'all?
I'm good.
We have off tomorrow. That's for sure.
Jess, where you been today? Where you been today?
Here? I'm trying to think. I was like, home.
The chat just hasn't been popping like it usually is anyway.
Yeah, I know. I've been.
Everybody kind of quiet today. I actually
I
had
know I have been MIA.
I had deadlines and stuff to meet because my boss is going on vacation after today, and it's like we had this huge invoice that needed to be paid for our iStock subscription, and I need her signature on it. So I'm like, listen, I've been jumping through hoops, and then like our EVP left last Friday, and he's one of the signatures that I needed. So I'm like, who replaces that? So it took 3 days to get that answer, and finally they were just like, leave it blank. I'm like, could have did this on Monday, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to get all these documents signed that my boss needs to sign so I can like get it, because it goes out on the 11th and she doesn't come back till the 12th. So I'm like, we need that. We need that. So.
Right, do you deal with contracts?
Not a lot of times, but I do deal with a lot of vendors in our marketing department. So like iStock, we have like iContact for emails, any like for ordering little gadgets, polos, things like that. Like I deal with those vendors, but I don't necessarily have to do contracts or anything like that.
Okay.
Do you? Yeah, you do. I get to do the fun stuff, order stuff, unnecessary gadgets. Like my boss will be like, hey, we have this much money to spend and it has to be spent by, the end of the fiscal year. So literally like Thursday, I have to get $5,500 spent. And I'm like, okay, thanks. Last year it was probably 6 times that. So I'm fortunate it was only yay big, because I'd be in panic mode trying to get money spent. But yeah. Just giving it a couple of seconds to see if people are gonna hop on. Wasn't expecting too big a crowd. I know Erica and Asia are out. And with it being the holiday, it is what it is. We shall see, but lots to talk about.
Oh, that was Erica, Jess, when I asked you where you at today.
Oh, it was her in Asia. Yeah, over there.
Not me. I was like, I don't know what I did.
That was Keela asking, y'all gonna be back by 7?
Right. I was like,
we 2 seats away from each other. I'm like, wait a minute.
I know.
I know I'm behind and I'm not scrolling back that far today.
Yeah, she missed Asia's birthday party because of the funeral. So I'm glad that they got to see each other in person, which was good. So
yeah. And sooner or later, I'm gonna see y'all. Sooner or later.
Black girl, the fest.
The fest that the tickets sold out for?
Again, yes.
Again?
Yes.
I mean,
in less than 5 minutes.
That they can't have enough tickets for everybody.
I know.
It's sold out. I logged in early. I created an account early. I did all of that. Right at 10 o'clock, I was like, okay, let me select my I said I'm just gonna do an all access pass and figure it out later.
Yeah.
Then I go over to look at the hotel.
Yeah,
And then I said, no, let me get my tickets.
yeah.
Sold out that quickly. Less
Wow.
than 5 minutes.
I didn't even book a hotel. I was like, I'll figure all that out later.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. Like the main hotel that it's happening at is ridiculous in price. It was probably like four something, I think, when I looked at it. And I'm like, for all that, I could drive 45 minutes home and come back.
195
But
when I looked.
what I'll probably do is stay somewhere else that's like maybe within walking distance or something, but it being a host hotel, it seems, and that weekend I think is Memorial Day weekend, maybe, or is it the
It's
weekend
the
after?
weekend
Weekend
after.
after.
It's the weekend
Weekend
after.
after. But those prices were
I saw 195.
for the host hotel.
Yeah.
I need to go back
For
and look.
King. Now it may be different now, but when I
Yeah,
looked
for Queen.
that
Yeah.
day, I was like, oh well, I can do this after I get my tickets. And
Yeah, that's not bad. I need to go back and look then
sold
because
out.
Well, I need to start saving my little coins now because I looked and I was like, oh well, Link's area conference is in Birmingham right after this thing. So I was like, I'm just gonna go to Atlanta, go to Birmingham, and come home. Just
make
make
your
it
way back.
I'm making
I
a week.
missed it. The Saturday pass is gone too. The only thing left
It's
when I went
Sunday.
back to Sunday.
Oh my God.
Like, nah.
I've never
Maybe
even
somebody
heard of
sell
this thing.
theirs.
You said you never heard of what?
Of the fest of the.
Oh, this is the
This
first
is the
time.
first one. That's why it's
Oh.
2025. This
First
is the first ever.
Okay.
So
But I have to give it to them. They've been promoting it hard
Yeah.
before the tickets even went on sale. They've
yeah,
done a good job of creating buzz.
because before they even asked me to be a moderator, I was in. Like I'm going. Like when they showed the lineup of authors that were going, I was like, this is amazing. So
I was going for Renee.
I appreciate you. I'll be there even whatever day. I'll be there both days anyway. So like, if softball's happening, I'm missing everything. I don't care. I'm going. So
So if y'all
I'll
see somebody wanting to sell their pass, let me know.
or I'll see. Like I might even. I'm gonna ask. Like, hey, there's a bunch of people that I know want to come that weren't able to get tickets. Is there any way, as a moderator, that I can either get them or something that they can open it up? Because I'm like, my book club would like to represent, but tickets are sold out. So I'll send an email and see if maybe something can happen.
Yeah, I'm willing to pay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Just
Yeah.
gotta have something to pay for.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'll ask. I'll
Right.
ask that question. I'm like, listen, I have willing participants that want to pay and go, but tickets are sold out. So is there any way? I'll ask that question. Okay. Well, we can jump right into this thing. Hang on a second. I got all kinds of pop-ups. Of course, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Talking about God Don't Like Ugly. Got both my covers going on. I've had this one forever, but I couldn't resist how beautiful this cover was. So I have both.
Mhm.
Thoroughly
Quick
enjoyed.
question. Who
Yes.
is that supposed to be on the new book?
Oh, I was concerned. And
Because it
I was
doesn't
like,
describe her at all. Like,
No.
I guess that's Rhoda.
read it.
maybe
I was
it's
like,
Rhoda.
Rhoda.
but this is not Rhoda's book, so why we got Rhoda on the front of this book? It's a
I
nice
don't know.
cover. But my first thought was, who is that?
Yeah. And then who are the two on this? Like, which one is which? Like,
I think the one at the top is definitely Annette.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
who would be that? Her
Rhoda.
mom?
I think it's Rhoda.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think
I think
about
it's
Rhoda.
Rhoda.
Yeah, you're right. That makes sense.
Because they've been on,
Rhoda's
it's been the
fair
two of
skin.
them on all the covers, I think.
No, Rhoda's dark skin with
Is
green
she?
eyes.
With light eyes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I guess I forgot about that part.
Look, I'm me trying to pinch in and zoom.
Mhm.
It don't work like that.
I did that in a magazine one day. I was like,
Like, wait, I can't see her eyes, right? I'm like, why isn't it moving? So
right.
my initial thoughts, this book was wild. Like
Yeah.
from the jump, there was just so much. This book has been on my list for a while. I haven't read the description in probably years since when I first, heard about it. So in reading it, I really didn't like brush up on the description. So it was a lot going on. Very traumatic. It was just like for me a streak of bad luck that just constantly is one thing after another that just continually hit her. And as a mom, it's kind of scary because like she is completely oblivious to anything that was going on with her child. There was parts of me too that were just hoping, like, please just say something to your mom. Just tell her. Just tell, even when they got to the end, like after Mr. Boatwright had passed away, there was a part where they were sitting down talking about him, and I thought at that point she was about to spill it, and then the mom was like, oh yeah, I was sleeping with him and messing around with him too, and I was like, oh my God, this is just
They were gonna get married.
yeah.
It's like, oh my God.
Yes, and I'm like, yeah, you can't tell her now. Like your mom's
Yeah.
vision of him is just like she loves this guy. So it's just like I just felt bad because she didn't really have any outlets.
Except for Rhoda.
Yeah, to tell.
And I thought Rhoda was gonna tell. I just knew Rhoda was gonna tell.
Yeah.
But she didn't. But she
Rhoda
took
too busy
it.
killing everybody.
Right. I mean, she took matters into her own hands though, right?
Rhoda killed everybody.
I always, well, this is my second time reading this book. It had been years since I read it before, but Rhoda is the bad seed. She is the black bad seed all grown up. like
Yeah.
girl, I mean, we can find another way to do something. I didn't ask you to kill the man.
Right. I ain't ask you to do all of that.
She killed everybody. I was like, oh my God.
It was like what, 4 people total?
Yeah.
4. But I knew she killed the grandmother. I was like, she put that woman down
And
the
pushed her on the stage, right?
that.
Something like that.
I did. I was like, oh, she got, especially when she was like, and now we're going to the Bahamas because I was like, you pushed her down the steps.
I knew she killed April. As soon as they said April died, and when she said how, I was like, oh, she killed her.
Yeah.
She did that.
Yeah, I knew about April, knew about the police officer. The grandma was a shock to me to find out that she killed the grandma.
I didn't know about the police officer until she said it.
Oh no, I was like, you didn't hit no cat. Yeah, I knew none of them caught me by surprise. I was like, Rhoda is crazy.
It really is. Kind of one of the
Boatwright.
Definitely have to.
I wanted to fight Boatwright the entire.
Oh my goodness.
Book. The entire book, I wanted to fight
manipulation. It was a lot going on. I just wanted to fight air for.
And I'm like, he's calling all these people nasty, and I'm like, you're raping a child, but you're saying all these other people are nasty, and then you're using the Bible against her and all this stuff. And I was like, this poor girl cannot win.
Yep, and we get jealous of any attention from anybody else, and it was like, oh, she needs to come home or she needs to stay here, and I'm just like,
I couldn't figure out, and I don't ever want to say that it's the mom's fault. She didn't pay enough attention, but I never wanted to say it's the mom's fault. But I couldn't understand. Every time they said they didn't really know this man's background, they didn't know where he came from. He just appeared, and we ended up with him. And you left him with your child?
Yeah, that was
and then told him he could spank her. She needed to do everything he said. I'm like,
too much control, too much alone time,
way too much.
But I also think that was like that time period, like, and they didn't tell when people molested them, because I think when Florence told her mom, she was like, oh well, they kind of.
And back then, as far as her telling them to have control over her daughter, they could spank her and whatnot. It took the village to raise a child back then. People didn't mind you hitting their kids and correcting their kids.
Yeah,
I get all of that. I'm not saying she shouldn't have told. I understood why she didn't tell. And especially with kids, they don't have the.
No, I'm not talking about the mom. I'm talking about the mom.
I know.
Okay.
But even, I mean, this is both on yours and Talisha's. So I get that she didn't tell and all of that. And I wish we did still have villages. In this particular case, I'm saying you know nothing about this man.
Nothing.
Oh yeah.
In the past, the village was people that you knew and you could trust them. This man just appeared.
Yeah.
And you leave him in the house overnight with your child.
Yeah, she should have done that, but I guess she thought she could trust him because he was sent to her by their pastor.
That's why I just,
And she needed the money.
my great grandma would have been like, nah,
Them
bro.
be the worst ones, them pastors, man.
That's what I was getting ready to say. You know how we feel about our pastors. Do anything the pastor tell you.
Yeah.
My
I
great
also
grandma would have been like,
wonder,
you ain't standing here with her.
yeah, I
Yeah.
also wonder how long it took before the mom and Mr. Boatwright started messing around together, like when their relationship was established. And because her walls were probably really let down at that point when she was messing around with him and things like that.
I thought that was the whole purpose she had him come. I was like, oh, she's about to be sleeping with him. So I figured it probably had to be pretty
I
early.
didn't even look at Mr.
Yeah.
Boatwright as being attractive or anything like that. So that mind was like so far from my mind. I didn't even think about it like that. I was just thinking you're a single mom, you're struggling to keep your household together. This man needs a place to live. He can help you with bills. It's a good roommate situation. That's how I looked at it. I wasn't even looking at Mr. Boatwright in any form or fashion like that. Like
She probably felt like she had needs and needed to be met too.
yeah, probably. And
Not
people
for
grow on
peg
her.
leg.
He grew on her.
Listen,
on her.
the amount of times I wanted her to kick that peg leg from underneath him and just run out the room. And I'm like, why? And I think I said that to y'all in a text or whatever. I was like, why hasn't she like kicked his peg leg? Just do it or throw it across the room. Something. The man can't run after you without his leg.
Yeah.
But he finally did it.
He would jump her like
Yeah.
when she was least expected. He would jump her. And he started when she was 7.
7. She knew nothing else but a little hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even like in the very beginning, in the first chapter, when she first met him, his first thing that he said to her was like, "You're just as thick and fine as you want to be." And I'm like, how is a 6-year-old thick and fine? And he said that in front of her mother, like, and she didn't say anything. And I'm like, you're not gonna correct him? That's crazy.
Yeah.
You definitely get that she was probably mature for whatever, like, she's overweight, so her body parts are, but still, I was just completely grossed out the entire
I
time.
wondered a couple of times if the mom knew, but then as it would go on, I was like, she has no idea.
Her messing around with Boatwright herself, like she would have never believed that. Like now it probably would have been pointless. Now, maybe after he was dead, if she would have said something, I thought that was a good opportunity. Like she's glorifying this man around you all the time. Just like I just wanted her to tell him so bad. So,
but I guess you thought about how her mom would feel.
Yeah,
she did. She knew her mom would be guilty.
Yeah,
and devastated.
Yeah.
If she believed her,
I don't know. I felt like she thought her mom wouldn't believe her.
Yeah,
that too, because the whole neighborhood was, a fan of him and his bad singing.
And also, I think it was a little of both that she felt like people might not believe her because of other girls. But then too, I think she mentioned that her mom would feel guilty or responsible for that happening while she was gone.
And also he was threatening her life, right? Like,
yeah,
I'll shoot you, hold the gun up to her head. So it's like, what do you do with that?
And then it was fake.
Oh my goodness, when they found that part out. I think Rhoda was ready to kill him
so
again.
Bad for that girl the entire book.
And then his upbringing, I didn't feel bad for him though, but I was like, well, dear goodness.
Yeah.
He went through a lot.
I was glad that was at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to feel any kind of
go running again. I just
yeah.
It was a hot mess.
I'll be walking around listening like, and my husband would be like, I'm like, I'm listening to a
face would just be so
I want to fight this man.
I would just be listening to it and I'm like, that is just so gross. Like every bit of it.
Yeah, her descriptions.
Oh my God. And Chris was like, what's going on? I'm like,
what's happening? Yeah. It was good though.
I honestly got really tired of all of I thought there were just, for me, it was just too many scenes with those things happening, and that kind of grossed me out and annoyed me. I think they could have alluded to it and left all the, the little details and stuff out. And then her going back and forth, whining to Rhoda about Mr. Boatwright instead of telling her mother, that annoyed the heck out of me too. you know.
Yeah.
So Rhoda said, "You whining to me all this time about this. You ain't doing nothing about it. I'm gonna do it my way."
Yeah, I think that's what made it a
Dude.
4-star instead of a 5-star for me, because I felt like every page she's getting raped. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, can we get a breather? So, you know,
A
when she
break,
moved to
yeah.
Ohio, I was glad she moved to Ohio because I'm like, good, you know, or when he died, it was like good, but it was still like talking about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scary Mary was an interesting character too. I'm looking through my character
He
list.
really
It
was.
was.
Glad y'all came back to help me clean my house, keep my house.
Right.
That was funny. And she said it several times after the girl let her know she wasn't doing that. She still brought it up. Like, y'all gonna clean my
Like,
house.
you want me to keep your secret? Clean my house.
Right. Yeah, it was just like, just when you think nothing worse could happen, it's like something does. You don't want to work here, so now you're turning to prostitution, and then the guy, she starts dating the man, and then he just up and disappears, and then turns up married. I was just like, oh my God.
No, yeah.
And came to her house the next, what was that, on a Saturday?
Sunday
Yeah,
dinner.
dinner.
It was
Yeah, for
Sunday
his
dinner.
Yeah.
dinner.
Like, we still, or whatever it was, Saturday or Sunday, like, yeah, we're still eating Saturday dinner or whatever it was. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, get out of my face right now. Knock
I'm
you
glad
out.
she kicked him out though. She stood up for herself. I was
Yeah.
glad for that.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah. Fine.
Like, even in the 60s, men still have audacity. Same way
That,
they do now.
yeah. That
One thing
scene
they
was
always
so.
gonna have.
That scene in the beginning was so interesting. Where after the hurricane, the father left them and drove off with a white woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never to be seen again. Or for a while, or she didn't hear of him for a while. And then he went and had
Somebody in
kids.
Rhoda's family did that too, right?
I don't know.
Somebody in an older generation, I think.
Oh, left.
'Cause at first I was like, "Ooh, that better not be her daddy." And then I realized it was it
Yeah,
was
it could
Yeah,
have been
a
the
somebody
same.
grandparent
did
or something.
leave.
Huh?
I said somebody did leave. Was it the black father
I
or
don't
a black
remember.
grandpa?
I can't
Somebody
remember.
left. It was somebody. It was some kind of scandal or something.
Wasn't the aunt? Didn't the aunt have to leave? Her aunt? I don't remember. I have to go back and read that.
Look,
I
Rhoda's
think
family
she
was a bit of
left,
a
but
mess
she was
too.
in the sport, as they called it.
Yeah. Nelson's had a lot going on too. I'm like, I can't keep up with all these characters, and
There were a lot.
then
Yeah.
Pee Wee with all the gossip and stuff. That was actually
No, that
Pee-wee was
scene
funny.
was something.
him and Mr. Boré always be talking about folks. I'm like,
But it seemed like
That
he had to blow
Beatles,
up.
that Beatles wig. I'm like, what? Why did you wear that to school? What? I can't.
He's
Ah, yeah,
finding himself.
I guess he
yeah,
was.
he was fine. He surely was.
I was glad to see Pee Wee come back around though, as
Yeah.
when they were
Yeah.
adults and stuff like that. That was real cool to see that. I wanted her to have a happy ending of some sort. Like, you've been through it all. I mean, 7 years old. I can't even imagine how terrified and all of the things going
The
on.
sad part is it's still happening.
Yeah, every
That's
day.
the sad part.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Kids ought to,
Even more.
parents ought to always make it their business to talk to the child, let them know that nobody's gonna kill me. You tell me any and everything, and this is safe, and we can talk, and nobody's gonna find out what we say to one another.
Yep.
They have to keep pumping that into their kids, because that's usually how they get them, telling them they're gonna kill somebody or something.
How they do it. But
Isolating
it's so many, and I'm sorry, it's gone for me. I might have said this. It's so many women, it feels like, who I had to wonder, would her mom have believed her?
Yeah.
Because of how dependent she was on Mr. Boatwright.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we see that so much in not just popular culture, in real life, of the mama not believing the daughter for what we've turned these girls into fast tail girls and all these other things that we call them. And it ends up being, well, if my mama don't believe me, who's gonna believe me?
or
Right.
believing her and saying, well, that just happens.
I mean, it's
'Cause
part of life. It
that
happened to me. It
that's
happened to
common.
everybody. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've even heard somebody say that some years ago about somebody else, and she was like, I don't understand why she's writing a book about it now. Like, lots of people have gone through that. Deal with it. And it's like, what?
Ah,
Are you serious? But
Yeah.
that mentality of, oh, it happens. Deal with it. I'm like, oh
mhm.
my God.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Bad too, if somebody was making $7 an hour back then.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is she was so dependent on him, and he provided a lot of things more than
But
just
people still
monetary.
are
Like,
making $7 an hour. And I thought that was just freaking ridiculous.
crazy.
Yep.
I think Amy and I were having that discussion the other day. We were just talking about state government and incomes and just like cost of living increases and things that are going on. And it's just like, how did I ever survive on X when I came into like initially what we came into the government starting at? I was like, there is no way I could survive on that today. It's crazy.
I opened my cable bill before not cable, my internet. Look, I sound like an old lady. Oh, my cable bill. my
Spit out
my
my water.
internet bill, because I don't even have cable. And it was like, oh, your bill has changed. It went up like $38. I said, what? And it was the whatever the bundle, whatever. I canceled because I don't ever set my alarm anyway. Don't put this it's gonna be on the
Yeah.
internet. But I
Mine,
never set my alarm anyway. I was like, I quit. Y'all
yeah.
take this.
Yeah, my Comcast
Like,
has probably gone from like 170 to like 250 now. It is.
it's
Crazy.
crazy.
Mind you, I have cable and all of that alarm and
Yeah.
stuff, but still,
Bundled together, yeah.
car insurance. I remember paying around $100. Now mine's damn near 250 as well. Like
Bills are ridiculous.
Everything is so expensive.
Everything's going up but salaries.
I was tripping when eggs cost $8 like a year or more ago, whatever it was. But I was like $8 for 12 count of like a dozen eggs. Cost
Yeah.
$8. My mind was blown. That's something I paid 99 cents for. And I'm sure, honestly, I sound like our grandparents and great grandparents, like today, I paid a nickel for blah, blah, blah. Like, I get how you feel now because it's probably crazy to pay, $6 for a hamburger when you paid a nickel for it back in the day, right? Like
I say that the one I use all the time was that quarter pounder meal from McDonald's. When I was in college, it was $3.23. It's like $13 now.
No doubt. In college, every Wednesday, 10-cent cheeseburgers, and like get like $100 stipend each month. So Wednesdays, we was going to McDonald's and loading up on 10-cent cheeseburgers and just put them in the fridge to last us a good bit. 10 cents.
Used to get two spicy McChickens for $1. I mean,
yeah, when there was actual real dollar menu, right?
Yeah, there's no such thing as a dollar menu now.
I used to get that $2 two-piece meal from KFC over there by the stadium, Keela.
Oh yeah.
When KFC by the stadium? I used to go over there and get like a $2 two-piece meal from KFC.
Times have changed.
Oh, was that Bojangles?
I went to KFC. I think there was a KFC. Maybe it was near the stadium.
Okay,
I'm out that way.
Yeah, down Bluff Road.
And I used to hate to move my car because you couldn't find a parking space again.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I wonder when the dollar menu disappeared. Because I just like, even in college, like our coach was so mad at us after one game my senior year. And she was like, y'all get 2 things off the dollar menu and a water. And us seniors sat in the back of the bus like, I ain't moving nowhere. You ain't going. Wait till I get to the hotel. I'm gonna call. And then meanwhile, she went back to the hotel, and her and the coaches were eating at Outback with blooming onions and stuff. Because when my parents called them, I was like, I'm ordering pizza in my room. What you talking about, a dollar menu? Stop it.
Right.
I am 22 years old at this point. You ain't gonna chastise me.
To the dollar menu. I wish that dollar menu was here.
And on water. And I'm like, y'all underclassmen can go get off that bus and get your little McDonald's, but I'm not eating that shit. Sorry. I got like 2 months left. I'm out of this bitch. Y'all do what you want. Like, do you know who you're talking to? Like, it's so we just felt so entitled to, especially as seniors, because the year before she came, like we had won the Southern Conference title and everything like that, like the school's only title ever. So it's like, who are you talking to? Like, we run this team. Like, who are you? Talk to them freshmen up there. Hilarious. Yeah, the dollar menu is long gone. I need to Google that. When did the dollar menu disappear?
Yeah.
Because, boy, drastic.
There was a lot of humor in this book too. I liked in the beginning, after the father had left, they weren't able to pay their bills. And she told they saw the insurance man or the mortgage man, one of them, come into the door, and she ran and hid behind the couch.
Yeah,
she
their
hid
feet
behind the couch, and the daughter told her what she told her to say. And he's like, well, next time she go to the store, you tell her to take her feet with her. That was funny.
That was funny.
And then they pulled it up again later because Boatwright was hiding. I think it was from Mr. Nelson.
Yeah.
I checked to make sure you couldn't see his feet.
Yeah. Won't make that mistake again. Fun fact, in 2013, McDonald's announced the end of their dollar menu. Stating the company had lost money since its launch. So
I used to even look at the dollar menu. And a friend pointed out to me, because I wanted to order I think chicken nuggets at the time. And it was actually at Wendy's. And stupid me was gonna order, something with like 10 pieces in there, when the dollar menu had a certain, all you had to do was get 2, and I didn't even process that.
Yeah.
What is that? What are you doing? Oh, you have to get 2 or 3 from the dollar menu.
One of my friends had to help me to that too. I didn't pay attention either. And one of my friends was like, "What? Get 2 of those. Get 2 and a baked potato.
Wow.
$3 meal."
I said, wow, that should be common sense, but I just didn't pay attention to no 99-cent menu.
Yeah.
We thought it was for kids, Bernadette.
It was for college students. I can tell you that firsthand. I lived off of it. College was expensive.
And I can't remember this lady's name. Remember when she went away to Ohio? She made a couple of friends, and she had this one friend that was she was the boss in her house. I can't remember her name.
Was it?
But I wrote down what she said.
Viola.
Viola? No.
But this start with F, like Francie or Fran somebody. The one who tried to make her buy the camera.
No, I don't remember that part. But I wrote down, she said, love ain't nothing but a 4-letter word, girl. You think I married Willie because I loved him? I married him because he had everything I needed. And in all them years we've been married, I ain't had to whoop him but 5 times.
Oh,
yeah. That's so hard when I heard that.
Viola. Her name's Viola.
His name is Viola. Okay.
Yes.
It's not funny because it's abuse, but when I read it, I laughed and laughed.
No, it was funny though.
She was bossing him around. Wasn't it a party or something? She was like, didn't I tell you to do so and so and so and so? And he was like, oh yeah, that's right. You were running into him.
Yeah. And what's sad that
she had that
like
till he went and got married.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out when this book was
It was like 2000.
Was it?
2000 something.
Yeah,
because
copyright
2000.
Yeah,
one of my girlfriends saw it on my reads post, and she was like, "Is this a new version?" I was like, "No, it's a new cover old book." I was like, and believe it or not, I haven't read them. Just like they always tell me, "You've read everything," and I was like, "Apparently, I haven't because I haven't read it."
I did read this, but I can't remember. I think I got to about the 4th one, and I was like, "Yeah, it's too much."
Well, I'm on the 3rd one now, and I put it down to read some. I was like, "This is getting a little silly." So I was like,
"I should have listened to Jess."
The second one is worth reading.
The second one is worth reading.
I would read the second one, and then I would stop.
Okay.
I mean, I felt like they were frenemies after that. Like they didn't like you. They didn't even like each other.
That's what made me wonder about the second one. I was like, they're not friends. Are they going to become friends again? What's
barely?
Are you talking about our good friend that killed those people?
Yes.
Oh, I would have thought they were done.
Yeah, me too.
This series kind of reminds me of, I read a couple of the books too. I don't remember them at all, but I read a couple of them too. And it reminds me of the Mary Monroe's Wiggins series. I think that was, that was really silly too.
Yeah, but she just drags it out a little bit.
I've
read some of her other, like I read Red Light Wives. That one was good. There was another one.
They
that was
talking
like
about the upper room or something like that, or
the
the
upper room was good.
Okay.
Red Light Wives was good. There was another one that she had that it was just like, okay, this is such a stretch. Like it was Tubi before Tubi existed. Girl, this story is not even connected. Like there is no way these people are keeping all these secrets living under one roof. Like this is too much.
Yeah.
But
So
they're good for like a,
they are just a little fun.
yeah.
I read another series. It was, and I didn't finish it. It was 3 books, and I only read 2 of them. They're neighbors or something. Something about next door. I have to look and see.
Is Mary Monroe too?
Uh-huh.
I don't think I've read any of her books. I've heard of this one, but I just never read it.
Same. I have a few, I think, or maybe all of the Mrs. Wiggins books, but I've not. I went to start one, and then probably something from Libby that I really wanted to read more came through, and I just never got back to it. So too many books, too little time.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed this one, although there was some scenes that definitely had me cringing and stuff like that. It definitely kept me engrossed the entire time. So I think I will read the second one at some point, hopefully this year.
Family of Lies. That was one that I read. That one, that's the one that I was like, okay, come on, let's get it. But I gave it 4 stars, so maybe I did like it.
It must have been pretty decent.
Oh no, I didn't. I gave it 2.
Oh,
Lord.
I gave it 2, but it has a Goodreads rating of 4.
Is that Mary Monroe too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rating is borderline life after death, so I'll skip it.
Yeah, I was like, and I very rarely will give a book a 2. I'm either 3, 4, 5, or I'm not reading.
Yeah,
I gave this one 2.
Nope, won't be touching that.
Yeah, don't read that one. But Red Light Wives was good. I gave Red Light Wives a 3.
Okay.
Is it a continuation of anything?
No, it's but other than the theme of a whorehouse. It's a bunch of hookers who live in a house together.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Scary Mary was all up in the book. So
wow. Oh, that's cool.
Scary Mary was in the book.
No, she's not in this one. I'm just saying she just carried that theme.
Scary Mary.
I know. I was like, I need to read that.
She just carried the theme over of
I got you.
The whorehouse, the fun house.
The fun house.
Sporting. The sporting career.
Yes, right. Sporting. I used to be a sporting woman. Didn't somebody tell her that at some point? Lola. Hey, Lola said that I was a sporting woman.
I was into sport.
Hilarious.
Yeah, good read. I gave it a 4.
Yeah, me too.
I did too.
Yeah, it was a 4 for me again. I think it's like, this one was good. The next one was decent. After that, it starts
going downhill, huh?
I think I'm gonna pass on number 2.
Yeah. Well,
usually like movies, just like movies. Okay, just leave it with this story. We're good.
Yeah.
That's why I asked when it came out, because I'm like, it feels like it came out in the 80s, this book, like around like, it could have been a movie like The Color Purple, like around that time, but I didn't realize it came out in 2000.
Yeah. I don't remember when I read it. I don't feel like it was 2000. It could, oh my God, if it was 25 years ago, my brain is good because I remember
when it first came out.
I thought.
Yeah.
This on Goodreads it says 2006.
Okay.
Well, the ebook has copyright.
Yeah, the copyright on the inside does say 2000, but
okay. Well, maybe that's the ebook. That's what I read.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. First trade publication was October 2000.
Okay.
Trade paperback edition. This one was made 2024. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the new cover?
That's what I'm asking though. But I feel like I bought this.
You bought that this year. I feel like the new cover just came out.
Yeah.
Let me look at but I felt like I pulled it up to y'all and we're like, ooh, this cover, I have to get it. And then I purchased it. But maybe it was like a pre-order or they had already changed the graphic on.
Maybe so.
I'm like, I would have bought
They'll
it. I
change it
think
on Kindle all the time. Because I read it when they update those Kindle covers to the movie covers. I'm like, I didn't buy this book when it was a movie book.
Right. I didn't ask you to change my cover.
I gave the book 3 stars. And because of what I said before, them talking about it so much got on our nerves. But then also I considered would I recommend it to somebody, and I honestly would not.
That makes sense.
Oh,
makes sense to me.
I think I probably recommended it more when I first read it, but I agreed, Bernadette, I probably wouldn't. It's so much, and people are triggered by so many things now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to tell somebody, oh yeah, you need to read this book.
It's not something I usually send in books to our my chapter in my sorority's newsletter. I'll send a book or 2 every month. This would not be one I'd send. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed the book, and like Bernadette, there were some times I was like, okay, enough is enough. How many times we gotta go through the thing?
Right.
We know what he's doing to her, and it keeps happening over and over and over, and you feel worse and worse for her. But overall, I enjoyed the book itself. But yeah, it's not one that I'll be sending for the newsletter.
I will say I have met a few people whose last name was Boatwright since I read this book.
And you looked at
I had
it
to pause and say, oh, if you ever read, I had to pause like, oh, never mind. I just let me keep my mouth closed.
Well,
I feel like that was a Carolina's name. Like they were people I met who were from either North or South Carolina. Yeah, I've never met.
I got any Boatwright kin over there?
I haven't met any Boatwrights in Louisiana. It's been other people, and I'm like, your name is what?
I know a few. I'm not related to them.
Really?
Like I'm not related. I'm not claiming no Boatwrights.
But I know a few.
I like
jumping on the spiciness of this. I'm going to forewarn you, our next month book is real spicy. So I have not read it yet, but I've heard it's really good. But also just be warning, there's a spice warning. There's a lot going on in that book from what I've heard.
Oh, I like the spice. I like the spice.
Need to get on it.
Or you could just do like Erica and just skip the spice scenes. I
don't understand how she
actually liked this one though. This is one of her favorites. So I'm like, wait, you just
it's so funny to me though, because the stuff that you see her post on her Facebook timeline, I'm like, bro, how you skipping scenes in books with the stuff that you write on your own Facebook? And I love you, Erica. But I'd be like, are you the same person? Because she'll be like, I straight up just skip the scene. I'm like, really? It just shocks me, right? Because I'm like, I didn't expect that from her. But yeah, I'm told it's real spicy. So
you're right though, because she has me rolling on Facebook.
She just
I forget that. Sometimes I think that she skips if it has certain words in it.
No,
but yeah, she does skip the scenes. That is funny, Erica.
Yeah,
I do that when I'm reading.
You skip those scenes?
Yeah.
Yeah. You say you probably have to do that a little bit in this next one, from what I've so be warned. I've heard it's really good though. It just made the USA Today bestseller list. So kudos to her.
I saw that.
This book is doing big things for her, and I love to see indie authors come up and kind of make it big. So kudos to her for that. I think Kennedy Ryan that made the USA? Somebody else made the USA Today.
I feel like I saw Kennedy.
She posted it, or maybe Tia. I don't know. They all are releasing stuff at the same time. So yeah, I was kind of excited about that. But before I move on to, other things, any final thoughts on this book, our book of the month?
I'll just say I enjoyed the end when that white woman left the father with those kids. I like that.
That karma, the way it hits. Yes. Overall, I enjoyed it. Wasn't sure what I was walking into. I've heard that it's, there's some heavy parts in it, stuff like that. So could have done without some of those parts, but overall, it was a pretty good read.
Yeah.
It's my first Mary Monroe, so I enjoyed it.
It was good. It should have been shorter. This whole
Yeah.
lot I
Now, see, Bernadette sounded like me. I was trying not to say it.
Could have
It
wrapped this
really
up in
could have
100
been.
pages.
They could have cut out all the stuff about the daddy and them in Florida.
Yeah, because there was no point to it. It's like,
It really
okay.
didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
there was a point to it because you get more of that in the second book. So it's kind of
Mm.
well, that's
foreshadowing.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
You talking about when the
Right.
father left? I like those parts. Those parts are good. I
But she
enjoyed those.
said she didn't start this off as a book. If you read the intro on this one, she said this was a screenplay that or a movie or something.
I did remember her.
Who did she
reading
say
that
was
part.
interested in? She said in the beginning of the book who was interested in it.
Let me go
And
look.
that was Robin Givens. Robin wanted to be Rhoda.
Wow.
Oh, she would have been a good Rhoda.
I was just gonna ask y'all, if it became a movie, who would you imagine as these?
I hate Robin Givens. I'm sorry. I have not liked that woman for years, so she would have been a great Rhoda.
I didn't like her in that show that she was in recently. That got canceled, I think, after the first season. They were like a ruthless family. Huh?
They were lawyers.
Yeah.
They were lawyers or something. Yeah.
I must not have watched that one.
You know,
it was on OWN or BET. I forget.
Here comes Asia. Gabourey Sidibe could be a good
oh yeah, she'd be a good in that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Asia, little birthday girl.
Right.
Today's her birthday. Yesterday was mine.
Yesterday.
Topeka, the show was
Happy birthday,
Our birthday was yesterday too.
Y'all
Your
got
birthday
the
was
Monday. Yeah, y'all are
right.
It was Monday.
The first.
Yeah.
Oh,
Topeka, the show was Ambitions.
That's it.
That's it.
Thank you. Yeah.
What was the show starting? Even went to barking.
Ambitions.
I think
I don't know why I haven't liked Robin Givens for a long time, but I just haven't.
It was probably that whole Mike scenario.
I think it was Mike.
But that's when people started hating her.
Yeah, it was that. And then that show Head of the Class she used to be on, she just played a weird role. And then remember she was on an episode of the Cosby Show. I didn't like her on that episode either. I really think there was a girl who I went to school with like all the way through who reminded me a lot of her. And she was never jail. So I'm like, there you go. That's the trifecta of it all. I just never cared for her.
Had it out for her.
Boomerang. Yeah. People out there popping fireworks right now, about to get on my nerves.
Oh wow.
I almost fought my neighbors yesterday because they had these little badass kids that don't even live at the house. They had those like little popper things. So I went outside to like bring my trash in and check my mailbox. And of course they're throwing them like right in front of my yard. So I'm like checking my mailbox. It's like, dang. And so I'm like jumping and I'm like, these motherfuckers. Like I just punched them so bad. And then they did it again as I was walking. So they got me twice. And I'm just like, oh.
I don't even understand why the kids are so drawn to those things that do nothing but make noise. That's crazy to me. I understand that lighting up in the sky and all the beautiful, decorations and stuff, but I'm so confused about why they just want to make noise, and that's fun. And they wait to time for me to go to bed.
Yeah.
They canceled our big fireworks here because where we normally have them at, the RNC on the 14th is going to be here. And so they're shutting down all of that stuff for the next weeks to secure the perimeters. And my brother is a chef, and a lot of them are going to be at his hotel. And they gave him the week off this week so he could prepare himself mentally for what he's going to do.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
They probably should have gave him the week off after.
Right.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
Did
So
y'all
he
see
could recover.
Did y'all see that Atlanta barber, how they came back and had receipts?
Yes.
Because he was like, he ruined my business and I didn't know this was going to happen. And then they came back with the receipts like, no, man, you signed this contract. You knew exactly what it was. And you got cut a good chunk of money.
And posted pictures of the contract.
Yeah, with his signature on it.
Clearly
When
said
he said that
Donald
he
Trump.
said they don't talk politics in his barbershop, I was like, in what barbershop do y'all not
barbershop
talk
is they not?
Everything.
Everything. Yeah, stop it.
They talk politics, gossip, and everything else. They gossip.
Yeah. Just like in the beauty parlors.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, so what's everybody reading? I just started Kevin Kwan's latest book because it became available on Libby, but I started Ethic on Saturday, finished the first one Sunday, and then the next two Monday, Tuesday. So I'm like ready to finish the entire, like go on to the third book. It's so good.
Oh, don't do it to yourself. Don't do it.
I
Here's
need
the
to
thing.
send you the series order that I saw.
Yes,
I saw that
read
you should read them in a different order.
I read
Really?
Butterfly. You're gonna get so frustrated because it's literally once you get done with Ethic, it doesn't really stop because then it picks back up in Butterfly, and Butterfly is like the repeat of Ethic, but just with the daughter now, and it's kind of like, okay, I'm over it.
Oh my god,
that's like 8 books you're supposed to read before Ethic.
Well, and then that's what so Moth to a Flame or whatever. I was like, so now the cover of Ethic makes sense because each one has, you know, if it's the first one, it's one moth and then 2 moths. I was like, what is this? And then there was a reference or something to it, but yeah. So I guess I should have read that first. I don't know, but it's a lot going on. But yeah, I'm sucked in, but I gotta pause.
So I'm listening.
Blood at the Root too. Go ahead, Bernadette. Sorry.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm listening to Whoopi Goldberg's book, The Bits and Pieces.
Oh,
yeah, that was good.
So good.
That was so good.
Yeah.
That was good. I enjoyed that.
And I'm gonna say bye now because I'm gonna get off in a little while. I want to hear y'all talking about me later.
Yeah.
She just left.
No problem. We appreciate you coming. Have a happy 4th, even though that's not really a holiday.
Renee,
yeah, not for us anyway. Not
right.
For us.
Enjoy your family day.
I put my out of office on, and I just said our offices are closed on July 4th and 5th. Period.
Right.
Ain't no observance of nothing.
Nothing. Hilarious.
Somebody said we need these fireworks because it's a blowout sale on the America that we knew.
Right. Going down in Florida.
Oh,
who you barking at?
Girl, somebody just this man walks by the house twice, 4 times a day because he walks in the morning and the evening. And Zeus is ready for him every time he walks by this house.
That's a cute name, Zeus.
Zeus and Blue.
Zeus and Blue.
I'm reading Jane Doe Black.
I
don't think I've heard
I think Erica's read it before, and I thought somebody else in here had. No, it seemed like somebody mentioned it at a meeting, and I may have seen it on Erica's Goodreads.
Can't keep up with her list.
Yeah, I go to Goodreads sometimes.
You read like 5 books a day. I'm like,
right.
I'm reading Sex and Vanity by Kevin Kwan. That's what. Which one are you reading, Renee?
Weddings and Lies, the newest one.
I'm reading Sex and Vanity.
I read that in May and I enjoyed that one. Like I loved Crazy Rich Asians was like one of my favorite series. So I'm finally catching up on the rest of his stuff. But yeah, that Sex and Vanity was good too.
I hate that the second movie to Crazy Rich Asians never came out.
The first one was so good and was so funny too. And honestly, what's her best friend in that movie, I think, is narrating in the Weddings and Lies, because I'm listening to it and I'm like, yo, that's that funny chick in the can't even think of her name. I want to say it's like Brenda something, but yeah, she's narrating, I think.
I'm gonna have to get that one next.
Yeah.
So what Kevin Kwan book are you reading? You mentioned Kevin Kwan?
Who mine was Weddings and Lies.
Okay.
And I'm reading Sex and Vanity by him.
Okay.
Both were good. You never like his are more just like messy family drama with everything he wrote.
Yeah,
so
the whole Asian thing. I love
rich people. Yeah, rich people that just have family drama and secrets, and it's just messy. So, yeah, it's good.
I finally started the Summer on Sag Harbor series.
Oh,
and I am loving it. I'm on the first one. Like I paused it to start and finish God Don't Like Ugly, but I'm enjoying it. But except y'all know when it's Louisiana places and they
drive
pronounce stuff in this narration, and I'm like, no. But you know, because she's from from Louisiana, and so she keeps bringing up like it'll be little things here and there. I'm like, that's not how we say that, but okay. But otherwise, the book is really good.
Yeah,
Well, I am reading I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm reading Sight Unseen. It's by the same author that wrote Jamal, the IT guy that
oh, that's what I'm reading right now.
that Erica had us reading. It's really cute. It's based on a couple that gets married like love at first sight.
Oh, cool.
So it's following their little 90-day experiment. So it's interesting.
Yeah, Sight Unseen was good. I'm reading Jamal, the IT guy right now.
I loved Jamal, the IT guy.
It's cute.
It was
I added
really
that to my
cute.
list the other day.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna read probably Christina C. Jones' latest book. That's probably next. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, she pop out books like every other week. Can't keep up. She'd be crunching them out. I'm like, oh my God, there's so many.
I'm proud of myself though. I made a little summer TBR. I'm like, I'm keeping up with it. I'm not, you know, when my Libby holes are coming, I'm extending them out. Like, no, not gonna read this right now because I have a plan.
I know I did the same thing. I was actually sticking to stuff because I had posted that summer TBR to Instagram on Book Girl Magic or whatever, and I was like, I actually knocked out 4 of the books last month. So I was like, okay, I'm on a roll now. Let's just keep it moving. But there's like, what kills me is the Libby holds, right? Because I have literally like The Housemaid is Watching that came out weeks ago, but I have it, I own it, but I can't watch it. The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. I love anything Christina Lauren. Haven't gotten to it. They came out with another Keela. I don't know if you know, Tangled Up in You.
Yes, and my library does not have it, and I am not happy.
I purchased it, but I still have not read the Ariel one, which is crazy because Ariel is like one of my favorite Disney.
Yeah, I haven't read that one.
I have to read that first before I get up to Tangled. So I have a lengthy list. Summer on Highland Beach, need to get to that too, but I keep pushing all the library holds back so I can read stuff.
That's on my list. So I have I'm going back to Tomi Adeyemi's series. And then the Summer on the Whatevers series is on my list. And then all the rest of my reads are pretty much this book club and my local book club. I'm like, okay, and James, and I've added James.
Yeah, you gotta do James.
James is so good.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And then I'm doing the Black Resilience Books tour. So I'm like, let me read the books that I said I was gonna post. But then, and those two, I have Neighbors. Didn't you read Neighbors, Renee? The short stories?
But I've
okay. Well, I put Neighbors on. Short stories was one of the prompts, and the other one was You with an Author, and I took a picture with Maurice Carlos Ruffin for the American Daughters, and I was like halfway through it when I took the picture with him. So now I'm like, okay, let me
finish. Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool prompt.
Yeah, it is.
I was like, oh, look, Maurice. Okay, got it done.
Yeah, that's dope. I still want to read that Nicola Yoon book. I know that there's
that's on the
but I'm like, I just want to see for myself. You know, like a lot of people have had a lot of negative things to say about it, but I was like, I want to read it for myself.
Well, somebody.
It will not be one that I shout from the rooftops to go read. I read it for myself. I liked it, but if somebody said, "Would you recommend it?" I will be quiet.
Yeah, that's gonna be old. And I think Libro gave me the audiobook for free, so it's I'm definitely not paying for it. But I was like, I want to just see for myself what everybody's all up in arms about, because I feel like everybody on Instagram sometimes is a little dramatic in the things that they do, and are all up in arms about this and that. And it's like, I get you're pro-Black and all of this stuff, but it's just like sometimes it's not that serious. So I just want to read it for myself. I'm like,
oh, somebody made a good comment today. They're like, it's a thriller. It's not going to be something that's going to make you comfortable.
Yeah.
It's something
That's
that
the
should
point.
make you uncomfortable.
Right.
That's the reason for the
If that's
book.
how you feel, then mission accomplished.
Then
Which-
mission accomplished. Like it should drum up this kind of emotion from you that you're like, this is outrageous. Like it's not a tale.
That's the point.
It's
Right.
relevant.
Right. And that's why I want to read it for myself, because I'm like, yeah,
Mhm.
something you hate might be something that I enjoyed. Like it didn't bother me. Whatever. You just take it for what it is. It's a book, right? So like
That part.
I just felt like what Keela said, it was good, but it felt like everything came rushed at the ending.
Yeah.
Like other
That's
Black
the
Girl.
part.
That's how
That's
Black
the
Girl
part
was.
that I hated. If she
Yeah.
would have paced it out more in the beginning, then it probably would have kept my full attention. But I don't like the DNF books, but I just hate that boom, it was there at the end and then boom, that was it. And it was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing I've seen people complaining about, I'm like, did y'all read? Like, I don't read blurbs or synopsises of books before I read them. Because I don't want to know, because I feel like in these days and time they give too much of the plot away, so I don't read.
Yeah.
But I did see that, people were like, it's like the Stepford Wives meets Get Out. So these people were complaining. I was like, have y'all never watched the Stepford Wives or seen Get Out? Because
right.
y'all are complaining about something, and that's the way they describe the book.
Yeah. Because Get Out was straight up creepy and just there was
very much so.
Yeah, but it was so good. Like Jordan
And
Peele.
that was a perfect explanation of the book. It is truly the Stepford Wives meet Get Out.
Yep, 100%. I agree with that.
Sounds like something I might enjoy.
Right, exactly. I'm like, I'm reading it.
I didn't read it. I didn't look at Get Out. I was scared of Get Out.
No.
Get Out wasn't.
Get Out. Yeah, that one's not scary.
I would say Us was scarier than Get Out.
I was gonna say
and
Us.
I ain't
was
watched that one
scary.
either. I didn't look at that one either.
Yeah, I didn't watch Us, but Get Out wasn't scary.
Yeah.
I thought about going to the movies tomorrow morning. I'm like, there's a 10 o'clock show on a Bad Boys. Ain't nobody gonna be there. I might be going to see Bad Boys at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It was so good.
Check the app.
It was so good. I would go see it again. Bad Boys was so good.
And then I said Friday morning, I might go see Inside Out.
Inside
Well, I
Out.
saw that today.
Inside
Oh,
Out
that's
too.
such a good movie.
What
It
were
was
you?
perfect for my little teenager or my little preteens. Because it's a girl on a team dealing with her emotions and things like that, and how she's just evolving as a teen. She turns 13, so she's evolving as a teenager and trying to figure out how to work with teammates, and you're the new kid on certain things. There's a lot, but yeah, it was actually really good.
It was good. Yeah.
There's some new emotions that are introduced. Anxiety is one of them, so I thought that was cool.
That might be my plan for tomorrow and Friday.
Yeah, definitely go see Bad Boys. That was really good. I
go
was
to
like,
the 10 o'clock show. Y'all know I like a theater to myself.
That's me. I'm going for it's cheaper.
Let me know
and
if
ain't
that's
nobody
the
getting
case.
up at that time.
Ain't nobody going tomorrow.
Let me know if that's the case, because these kids are out of school now.
Yeah.
But those 10 o'clock sessions like that, like especially on 4th of July, they're not getting us.
Yeah, they usually like to go to the
4th of
noon, I
July.
find, and later the show.
When I looked earlier today, no seats had been purchased. And I was like, I can sit in J7 right in the middle by myself, popcorn for breakfast, lovely day.
That's me too.
Maybe they're gonna sleep in late so they could do those firecrackers all night long.
That's right.
Oh Lord, please no. I'm like, I need sleep. Too funny. Well, thank you, ladies. This has been fun. Nicole, no Love Island tonight, so get to just chill.
I'm still recouping from the last 2 days. I'm still recouping. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, y'all, men being men.
Still no seats.
Nobody taking them seats.
I just looked at mine.
That center back row. That's my favorite. I love to be in the very back in the center.
Yeah, this one, the one that I go to is empty for tomorrow.
L9.
It's good. Y'all go see it. It is so good.
It is good.
Okay, and I didn't see the third one. I don't need to.
No, I think you'll be able to piece stuff. I mean, it's nothing that really like, oh my God, I missed this, and it's gonna, because I don't even remember what happened in the third, if I'm being honest. So it won't harm you but it was really good. Worth seeing.
Are you guys got Inside Out?
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys. But Inside Out is really good too.
This is the fourth Bad Boys.
Bad Boys with Martin
I
Lawrence.
know, but which one is it? Isn't it the
four.
third one?
4.
Oh, I don't
Four.
even remember there being 4. I thought there was
Yeah.
3. Okay.
Jessica, you just had me go look because I haven't seen Bad Boys yet either. My theater is empty and they got a special on the popcorn and the soda.
And it's
All y'all go at the
25%
same
off.
time.
It's 25% off for the 10 o'clock show.
Yeah, that's why I always go. I always go before noon because those morning shows be real cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Renee, that theater that we went to in Cobb County, was that Regal or AMC?
I think it was AMC. I'm pretty sure it was an AMC.
I was trying to figure out. I was by your way today. I was in Snellville because I was at the Web Gen one.
Oh yeah, the movie, the dine-in one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's new. I've only been to that one a couple times. It's not my favorite around here. That's it. Why did you choose that one?
Because my friend is
In
building a
that
house like
area?
12 minutes away. Yeah, so we went.
See, I was trying to eat because there's a dinner and whatever it's called, but it's right off of Pleasant Hill. So there's another one that has that theme, but
Oh, okay.
there's an AMC that's probably 10 minutes from where you are. That's my favorite. Like it's got the
South
cushion
Lake one?
and what'd you say?
South Lake?
Nope. It's
Madison Yard.
it's AMC, but it's in off of Lawrenceville Swanee Road off 316.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but they renovated it, so it's got like the orange cushiony reclining chairs, and it's just
That's the only thing. Like our AMC doesn't do the reclining seats.
Really?
Our
Everything.
Cinemark has the
reclining
reclining
and
seats.
heated.
Yes.
Oh, I'd be
Ours do
asleep.
not. Ours don't have
So
well,
alcohol-
maybe all of the theaters don't. Maybe some of them do, but the last few ones I've been, like Color Purple, there was no recliner on that one. But I know our Cinemark ones have it, and then our dine-in ones, whatever it's called, Movie Tavern. That's what they call them here.
Yeah, that's what it is. Movie. Yeah, we have Movie Tavern, but there's
those recline. But the
We
recline is
don't even
probably,
have AMC in Greenville. We have Regal. There's one smaller
we have a
independent.
celebrity over
We
here
only
by
have
me.
Regal, but my parents' town, the next one over, which is smaller than Greenville, has AMC with reclining seats and all that. So I'm
We
thinking
don't
take them tomorrow.
I think
would
our
definitely-
celebrity has, let me see if but I have like the AMC Stubbs cards. I'm like, I go over there so I get my little discounts. But I want my recliner.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's why I was like, there's this one theater, even the matinee is probably like $14, so it's not bad. When I went to see Beyonce, I saw that matinee and it was in that theater. So I was like, I'm treating myself at this one. I'm definitely going. But I want to sign up for the AMC membership thing that they have. It's like $25 a month and it's
Yes. Oh yeah, the Stubbs one. I don't have
Yeah.
that one. I have the one where you get like
The
I think
VIP one?
Yeah, the VIP.
Yeah, I have
like
that one
off
too.
your food and stuff.
Yeah.
Me too.
But I'm like, you can go as many times as you want, or maybe it's like something like that. But there's not enough movies that come out for me to
That's why I didn't
justify
do it.
that yet right now.
Right.
So pre-pandemic,
Yeah.
yes, but I feel like there's movie theaters are still trying to like play catch up. So
Well, I might
They're
have to go to
streaming
celebrity.
everything.
that's true too, because there was a time when stuff released in theaters, I could go to Amazon Prime and either watch it or Paramount Plus, it would be on there for free during the pandemic. My subscription anyhow, not free, but yeah.
Yeah, celebrity is actually cheaper than AMC. Even with my discount. I might have to go.
Depending on my budget and who's going, I'm like, if the kids coming, we going to the cheap theater.
This
$5.
one's $5. This one's 5 minutes from the house.
Yeah, it depends on my mood. I'm like, if I'm going to AMC, it's by myself usually. I'm like, yeah, pay for them expensive seat. I'm not paying $50 for the three of us. Y'all can get them $5 tickets. Interesting. Well, thanks, ladies. I hope you guys have a wonderful day off tomorrow.
Happy non-Independence Day.
Right.
Happy day off.
Ain't our Independence Day.
I observed Tuskegee's founding. That is it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Tuskegee Day.
Well, I will call it the eve of my first nephew's birthday. He will be 34 tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
I mean, not tomorrow. He'll be 34 on the 5th.
On Friday.
Yeah. The eve of my nephew's birthday.
Rolling up with their tags on their car and stuff. I was like, oh, they're going to her party. They're going. Like they all had the ski custom tags.
We all had our tags.
Yeah. I was like, that's crazy.
I saw a car today. And I didn't even know about like the upside down flag thing until Alito and all his stuff. And it had, not only was the flag like the blue, the black and the white, you know how they do the blue, the black and whatever, the
black and red and green.
And then they had it upside down on the car. I was like, oh, I just need to stay all the way away from you. Because you don't like me.
Right. America about to be a real shit show in a minute.
Oh, God.
Part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it called? Project 2025?
And don't sleep on Agenda 47. Go look it up. It is on his website.
Because I was just watching what's his name? Tizzy. He was like, he showed the clip of Taraji talking about it at the BET Awards, and then he kind of elaborated on it and had the list, and I got to see firsthand like what all it had on there, and I was like,
oh, there's a whole
even lifting the retirement age. I was like,
Yes.
are you kidding me? If I don't retire when I'm supposed to, I will lose my damn mind.
They're not hiding it. Look up Project 2025.
They're not hiding
Look
it at
up
all.
Agenda 47. That's Trump's platform for his next. It is. And all of what they did Monday just feeds right on into it.
They played the long game.
Oh yeah.
They played for a long time. Yep.
We'll
see.
Somebody said, what are the main points of Agenda 47?
Said what'd you say?
Somebody when you Google it, it's just one of the people also ask, what are the main points of Agenda 47? I need, give me the clip notes.
Yeah. It's scary stuff, man.
Mexican cartels on the United States list of foreign nations.
They're taking all y'all's black jobs. Y'all better.
Thank you. Right.
Deploying National Guard to inner cities with high crime. Yo, I feel like we finna be leaving. What's that damn? Oh my God. Hunger Games too. When they have city, they have guard out there. Oh my God. Yeah, it's about to be crazy stuff. So.
Oh Lord, Blue said, "Hey y'all."
Oh, I was wondering where he's at.
I don't know what he wants.
Attention.
His breast things.
Hilarious. Well, you ladies have a great rest of the week. I will see you
later.
Be safe. Don't eat too many hot dogs.
Right, because I'm sure eating tomorrow. My mom's cooking. All right, bye y'all.
Bye y'all.
Y'all have a good one.